Good evening, everybody. We are live. Hello. It is Wednesday. No, it's not Thursday. If it was, I'm really late. How is everybody doing tonight? Oh gosh, who's all here? Um, what are C goodies here? Getting a little stretched out there. Need somewhere to rest some things. So hope he stops by. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, where does it Parallax? I just saw you posting them, so I was gonna. Oh, I know. Where is? I thought he did. I thought he posted. Whatever, I missed it. Screw Hold on. Yeah, it's gone. Whatever. No big deal. So, what is everybody up to tonight? Hope everybody's had a fun week so far, fun couple of days. We got some, I don't know, some interesting things to talk about tonight. The police in Arkansas pulled a Chief Wiggum and stopped the wrong car rather violently. That one's a little bit of an oopsie poopsie. And then social justice warrior in New York City, well, he got a little bit of social justice. I'm just saying, it's a little rough that when it happens like that. Life do come at you fast. And there's some still, I don't know, some weird things up on Tim Pool. I was going to point out from somebody let me know about him. So we'll get to that. But I want to say, first of all, who got first? 2 scoops of Destroyer. Hello. Congratulations on being first. Bella saying, is locals up? Yes. No, actually, no, it's not. Mr. Sniper said, are you still doing Thursday? Yes, I'm still doing Thursday. So, muted. Lemon Party says, I love social justice now. Yeah, that was fun. That was fun. We got a super chat already. Just so we're clear, you're a practicing lawyer, right? Well, Tabby, timeout. Thank you. Wait, hold on. Is that? I thought it's him. That cat's not. I thought tabby cats had to have orange in them. So is that really a tabby cat? Hold on here. Orange. Yeah, tabby cats. Oh. Okay, tabby cat definition. Oh, it's got stripes. Okay, I thought it was the orange cats. Oh well, whatever. Win some, you lose some. Anyway, yes, I am a practicing lawyer. Yes, not a good one, but I am practicing. Where did I just see it? Somebody said, Mr. Sniper says, Happy Mogadishu Day. Yes, Happy Little Bird Strafing Somalis Day. If you guys weren't aware, Gothic Serpent, the whole thing behind Black Hawk Down, that was 30 years ago, starting yesterday and into today, the 4th of October. So, as Randy Shugart said, Gordy's gone, man. I'll be outside. Good luck. Kimbo's walking the Chicago streets tonight. Why would you do that? I'd rather walk through a Ukrainian minefield. Your phone's about to die. I'll see you on the other side. Well, good luck, man. Fair Frozen 55 for $2 says, you get what he fucking deserved. Stab. Oh. Mavis saying, yeah, Tabby's just stripes. Yeah. J Rock is that I'm a super lawyer. No, you have to pay to be a super lawyer. That's a when you ever see that, like, oh, so and so is a super lawyer, it's like you pay money for that. It's like being a lawyer of distinction. They're like, give us $500 and we'll say you won an award. And then it looks good in your office, and you can have those up there. And then when you're looking for clients, you're like, oh wow, he got all them fancy things on the wall. He must be important. So Florence Dono says, I'm surprised the HIV didn't get it first. Hey, Magic Johnson figured it out, but no, all the drugs they have now, they can keep you alive for a long, long time. That's not actually a surprise at all, really. Not at all. Sui Suomi saying Acid Gambit is my favorite. Yeah, that's Acid Gambit was, isn't that Panama? That was Acid Gambit. Yeah, that's Invasion of Panama. Yeah. Right. They did some neat stuff there getting Noriega. Stabby saying I know he's forgetting something. It's not Thursday. Well, technically kind of is Thursday. I mean, actually it is. Nico says see good he can hoover these nuts whenever he wants to. Oh, Mystery Sniper. Yes, I did not get arrested in the human trafficking sting that was being run here in Ohio. Ag is saying, did I see the John Cardio lawsuit stuff? He's such a con. I did see what you posted. I did not have time to look at it today. I might be able to take a look at that for tomorrow. We could talk about. Oh, almost currency saying, walking through Ukrainian minefield means they might accept surrender. Chicago doesn't do that. Oh, that's very true. And Tabby's saying tabbies can be striped or classic is a marble looking coat. I didn't know that. That's interesting. You can have like a modeled thing. I thought that make you look like a like a torty. So and then goes says, dog, give me $50 and I'll make a nice award. Save me 90%. I'm interested. Nick Naylor for $5. Thank you. By the way, saying my trash bag landlord is replacing the steps in front of my apartment. The only problem is it's the only entrance and exit. Are any laws being violated? Well, I guess. I mean, sounds like it might be a fire code problem, but you don't really want to go call the fire marshal because then they might kick you all out. I mean, how is it just like a step or two? Or are we talking about like there's a big like 5-foot drop or something? Like, can people get in and out still and there's wading through mud? I mean, like, how long is it going to be like this? Is probably something else to think about. If you feel like you want to engage in legal action, though, I would suggest you consult with a licensed and competent attorney in your area because everywhere is different, especially when it comes to landlord-tenant law. Every state is vastly different. And speaking of landlord-tenant law, we'll probably get to that right away because this is fucking hilarious story that we're going to talk about. Barefoot saying, not without lack of trying, Sean. You got to admit that it was not because you tried. Carrie says, why are you ignoring me? Carrie, what did you say? I didn't even see you. I didn't see you guys, and I forgot to set up locals, and I'll do that right now. At potentiallycriminal.locals.com. You guys are interested, you can be there. We do 2 shows a week there at least. We do a Monday show, and then we do a Thursday show, which is usually after the Thursday night stream. But this isn't technically the Thursday night stream. It's actually at Thursday night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, the best time, God's time. We usually hang out and get to have some fun and talk about things that necessarily weren't able to make it on the show or were, kind of the subject matter of the show. Hang out. People post their own things. I'll post things from time to time. I do some videos that don't necessarily get posted here. So if you want to see those, you can do it at potentiallycriminal.locals.com. You can use the promo code criminal for 1 month free. You can also do for 10 if you pay for 10 months, you get 2 months free. It is only $3 a month. That is the least amount they will let me charge. So that is where you could find it, potentially criminal.locals.com. And hold on here. All right, hold on. You guys need your oh. Listen. All right, you guys, there. Your live chat's up. Live chat's up on Locals right now. You can say whatever you want there and nobody knows. If you want to profess your love to the Ukrainian 14th Galician Division, you can do that because apparently there are nice Nazis now. If you ask the Canadians, that's simply what that is. So it's all set. Oh, see here. So I think I figured it out, Gary. There you go. Linkinator or Linkanator for $5. Thank you. Say, do you know if any Armalite AR-10s are good between that and a Staccato C2 for a graduation present? If you're gonna buy like an AR-10, get like the DPMS pattern. I mean, the Armalite AR-10, like an AR-10, there's nothing wrong with that, but like a DPMS SR25 pattern is really good. I would suggest if you really want to look, PSA Palmetto State Armory. They call it the Saber. It's their AR-10 setup. It's not like dirt cheap price like everything else they make. It's actually decent quality from what I've heard, and people love it. So I would recommend like something like that if you're looking at things. Don't get an AR-10 pattern itself. Get like the DPMS SR25 pattern. You have access to the mags. You have access to more equipment. And the big thing, the mags are reliable. Also, at that point, you get P mags. If you do the AR-10 pattern mags, I don't know why you do that if you don't have to. So, now are you saying that and the Staccato? Or are you like you're choosing between them? Because if you're doing both, damn. Like you can talk to whoever's getting these for you. I need a graduation gift. I never got one for law school. I would get the rifle. I mean, Staccatos, I guess they're cool. I mean, they're neat, but with an AR with a 308, you can shoot at things a fucking mile away. I just think that's more fun. I just, whatever you can do with Staccato, you can, make like a rolling special, or get a SIG 320 and trick it out. I think you can get the same kind of performance. So, Steffi saying, "Notice me, senpai." Say, GM, is my locals infested with wine moms? No. I'll nuke it before that happens. I will never let that happen. J Rock is a member for 2 months. Sorry, 12. 2 months. Thank you for the support, by the way. Says, how long have you practiced? I have practiced come by May of next year, this will be 10 years for me. So now I'm only 38 so you're like, why did I start when I was 28? I took the long road to get through law school. I did just like Mao, I did the long march. Did the long march of staying, unlike a lot of people in the night program who would go full-time eventually and go into the day program. I was in the night program the whole time, and I took 5.5 years to get through. And that's just taking the time, getting through them all. After a while, it was like it's like one of those Nam movies where I'm the guy who survived almost all the way through the tour already, and everybody just would come through. There are people who started law school after I did and graduated before I did. And by the end, I'm like, I don't want to know your name because you're not going to be here forever. So it's like one of those shitty World War II movies. Let's see. Yes, everything is a fed op. Pretty much everything's a fed op. I'm a fed op. Eric is saying, any chance we can snipe Joe's stream? Yeah, actually, I was curious to see how that's going with him and Pisco. Because I'm hoping Joe's getting ready to throw him out of a helicopter. Let's see here. Let's see here. What are they're talking about the impeachments. Let's see. Let's listen. Let me see here.
I'm saying, here's your felony. That's why I bring that up.
Lisa
White asked this.
Again, I'm going to look at I brought up the bribery statute, and it says, whoever corruptly promises to influence any official. Okay, so maybe it is a bribe under this definition. Okay, I'll accept that it could be a bribe. Yeah.
Okay. Lisa White says, can Pisco actually say that he thinks Biden should be president with all of his cognitive deficits, or does he choose to ignore the obvious?
What is it with like all the left titch? Well, that's kind of what happens on Twitch. Why is it like all the leftist streamers, except for like Hassan and Destiny? I don't even think Vosh. Like the rest of them, like are doing it from their bedroom, their beds in the background. Like I'll give credit. Pisco's looks like a clean bedroom. It's got his sheets made. Looks nice. But when you do that thing like here, where your like sheets are like over some of your pillows, it's just not good look, man. You make your bed and you put the pillows on top of it. But I'll give him a try. He's got the 3-stripe life there. He's all about that. Well, let's see where they're at. Sounds like Joe's beating his ass.
So I waited on bringing this up only because I don't think you ever made that claim. Your point is that this impeachment is improper and a sham.
Yeah.
Not that necessarily that Joe Biden, should not be removed for a 25th Amendment or other bases. So
I think Joe Biden, even though I think he's a little slower in years than he was in the past, I think that he is fit to be president. He's doing a great job.
Okay.
Joe,
I think that he's even ordering his own breakfast anymore. But okay. I think you like the circle that works around him.
I also like a lot of the people he's appointed. Yeah. I like
saying is the policies that are being implemented. I don't think it's him, and I think that you actually recognize
sometimes he goes against his advisors, famously in the withdrawal of Afghanistan, and that shows I think there's some principle there that he was willing to pull out of Afghanistan.
Great job.
Yeah, there's some principle there. Getting a bunch of fucking Marines blown up, that was some principle.
Tough decision to make.
Great job on Afghanistan.
No,
also that principle of just Afghans just falling off the side of a C-17 and just going splat. Like, yeah, that's a principle. That's principle, all right.
I mean, we should run on that.
Pulling out was, it was not executed perfectly, and I think everyone agreed.
Perfectly?
Okay, to be fair, pulling out is never clean. That's always a messy endeavor.
There was going to be a lot of. I'm not a military expert. My understanding is that it was an intractable situation, but in terms of the underlying idea of withdrawing and getting us out of that quagmire, I think that took bravery to stand away from the advisors and doing what they didn't want you to do. Trump. I agree. Trump started it, but Joe Biden ultimately.
When you say that was Trump, it's hilarious to me. And the reason it's hilarious is because the reason I'm saying that's hilarious is because January 20th, before he laid his head down on the pillow, he ripped up every EO that Trump had signed off on, even the
immigration ones, a lot of immigration,
and also America First Healthcare, which basically devastated Black families across this country because it jacked up the price of insulin from $60 a month. That he overnight Trump turned $600 a month for diabetics to $60 a month, and he ripped it up before he actually laid his head on the pillow after being sworn in. Just because it had Trump's name on it, and he spent the last 2.5 years trying to figure out what to do about it.
Okay, we're good with this for now. Joe, fuck him up, Joe. I got you, brother. Just long dong Pisco. Pisco's an attorney. I don't know what he practices. So who knows? Anyways, Joe, long dong the shit out of that kid. Get it going. So. See, trying to catch up here. You guys are. Betty's saying the Darrell Brooks trial. His sentencing is scheduled for November 15th and 16th. Oh yeah, for this one he beat the shit out of his girlfriend. So, Rare Frozen 55 for $10. Thank you. Saying Sean, you saw the cringe of Palmetto. Saying Glock is the best to Trump when they make the dagger, and then HK makes good guns. When they hate poor people and will allow MP7s to the public. Well, HK does make decent weapons. I mean, their heyday of the MP5 and the G3 are long gone, and the MP7's kind of a it was a nice idea, but literally got blown out of the water because of the developments of short-barreled rifles, compact rifles. The whole issue about what they can and can't release, they are regulated to an extent by German law. So there's a reason why you can only get an SL8, which is the civilian version and neutered G36. There's a reason why you can't get an actual semi-auto G36, among a bunch of reasons, but one of them is German law. That's also kind of the reason why the MP7 isn't here, but Tommy Built Tactical is making those, and there's other shit you can make with somebody else got some 3D printed parts, and if you get you can work on those. So yeah, that's out there. It's out there. The big red one, yes. So how long have I been married? Well, I was married previously, and I was married for 7 years. I'm not married right now, but that'll change down the road. The future Mrs. Martin 2.0 is a keeper. She is far better than I deserve. But which is a greater hardship, law or marriage? If you can't just blink twice. Oh, I can answer it. And, in the law, you can do whatever you want. You can make things up, and sometimes it works. Marriage, sometimes you're stuck with what happens. So, where you guys are just chugging along here. Oh, somebody said Pisco's holding his own. Oh, well, good for him. So Brett saying the bed was bothering me so bad. Yeah, that's I guess that's how many Baldos does Pisco own. I don't know. Eric is saying, isn't Pisco a Destiny orbiter? Yeah, he is. I didn't get a chance to see Joe tonight, so I'm hoping Joe was at least just kept after him, but we'll see. It doesn't help that for Pisco, his some of the conservatives he's like, or alleged conservatives like on Twitch he's been dealing with just suck at things, so it made it easy for him. Yes, Suomi's right. It took bravery to drone strike that family in Afghanistan. Yep. That family in Kabul, they, just boom. So brave. Joe's going to circumcise him. Oh, yes, he is. Fair Frozen 55 for $5 saying, yeah, the SL5 built by them. Mr. Pistol 5 chimes are very tempting. But I don't want to go to jail. Buy the wind chimes from MAF Corporation. Yes. Yes, buying the wind chimes is very good. Actually, you bring up a good point, Thomas. 90% of Left's commentary is from Destiny orbiters because, yes, they all come from Destiny. Even Vosh came from Destiny. Fair Frozen 55 is saying for $2. Mine's made in the Caribbean to dry the sweat. Okay. So yes, a lot of people came from Destiny. Well, you can make a joke about Kit coming and but we won't do that. So, Jim, we'll get to the part about Timcast, but the HK factory thing, it's still, they're still regulated by German law as far as what they can do export wise. because it still counts as an export. They are limited to an extent. So that's the main problem for them. Yeah, Thomas Fitzpatrick, yes. More people came from Destiny's Wife, yes. He said it, not me. All right, so I guess we'll get to the first thing here, and I thought this was fucking hilarious because being a cheap son of a bitch has consequences. And if you try to game the system too hard, it will bite you in the ass so badly. So this is okay. So this is from the Los Angeles Times, and this tenant checked into a luxury Airbnb, then refused to pay her leave for 540 days, and she has a legal right to stay. So this is the guy who owns it, and this is the guest house that's attached to his property. And you could see he's got a nice view. It's up in the hills. I'm sure that's if you're watching like Closing Sunset, I'm sure this would be one of the homes they'd list. But here it's this guy fucked himself, and well, he kind of got boned by the things he likely voted for and supported, and we'll explain the issue there. He lives a good life and his estate perched in the hills of Brentwood. If you remember Brentwood, that's where OJ helped turn his ex-wife into a Pez dispenser, allegedly. It also may have been his son. That's just my conspiracy theory. But he says he's too scared to walk to his car because there's a woman who won't leave his guest house. Like, he's so scared of her. And she has the right to stay because a judge ruled under the city's rent stabilization he can't evict her. So yes, LA has rent control. And what does that do? It ruins your ability to alienate your property. Well, his right to rent to who he sees fit, according to the terms of a contract, nope, that doesn't exist anymore. He's lost that right to the communists in Los Angeles. But hey, who could have seen this coming? I don't know. So the person who moved into the guest house ended in April 2022, and she didn't move out, and she's been living there rent-free ever since, and has refused to leave unless she gets paid $100,000. I will say that is brilliant. That is brilliant on her part, holding this guy's property hostage. So this guy is saying this has become a living hell. Why? Well, it's because he fucked around and he tried to make money without following the rules. Now, do I agree you should follow the government rules? No. But when you don't follow the government's rules, running to the government and saying, "Government, help me!" You got to be ANCAP all the way, man. ANCAP ride or die. Which means ANCAP problems require ANCAP solutions, which I'm not saying you could do something here, but there are Minecraft solutions to this problem. So that said, though, the woman hired an attorney, and he pointed out that she shouldn't have paid rent because the city never approved it for renting, and its shower was constructed without a permit. Yeah. And that's the thing. You go to the city and start crying, they point out you're not in compliance. So once again, this is like going to the cops and crying about your drugs being stolen. Yes, and they're comparing him to a slumlord because he rented out an illegal bootleg unit. Does that look like a slumlord to you? No, but that's what they're using. The same rules. Oh. So, guy's from the Netherlands, and he became a dentist. He does a lot of good stuff. But yes, he commissioned his home. I don't know who Lorcan or Hurley is, but apparently he's an architect. So he started renting out his guest house to people on Airbnb. Once again, I appreciate the ANCAPiness of that because I'm doubting he paid taxes on that, which, rock on, King. She rented it for 6 months at a rate of $105 a night. What the fuck? Why would you? I mean, I read this the first time through. Why would you do this? Be like a week or two, fine. A month, maybe, sure. But you want 6 months? How did that not send up red flags to you, man? How did that not send up red flags? Like, uh-oh, something's wrong here. No. Nope. He's just like, I want the monies. Yes, give me the monies. Yes. Yes, I want the money. And it was $20,000. Jesus. You know, and that's the thing here. Oh, well, I don't have to welcome people every new day, but this is just a dumb fucking idea. And here's the guy, look, it's so hard being rich in the California hills. Look at it. It's so bad. It's so bad. I tried to be a nice host. You know, this guy fucked around and he found out, and then he didn't take care of it himself. So initially things were nice. He went to go replace things when the blinds weren't working, and he noticed water damage and mold everywhere that weren't there before. I hope he's got proof of that. Well, he offered to pay for a stay at a hotel while she did it, and she didn't want to. And notice what the argument is. I didn't feel safe because of COVID. It was so horrible. She cited LA County's COVID tenant protections resolution and a doctor's note pointing to her extreme chemical sensitivities. You know, he invited her to stay at her home, and then it turned into an inappropriate invite. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, she kept asking for more time, and I tried to give her extra weeks. That was your mistake. Get her the fuck out. Once it's a problem, it's a problem. But he fucked around. So, you know, she never left. And then eventually the city got involved. He offered her $2,000. But here's the thing. Once you start offering money, they're going to want more because they know you have more. So, and here's the problem. The guy, once he changed the terms, it allowed Airbnb to bail out, so they don't have to get involved. Because all they do is say, well, then you need to talk to the police and file an eviction. So, once again, don't extend things. Once something's up, if you've got tenants, you've got something, and you've got an agreement, stick to that agreement. Otherwise, you will get boned. So, but the last day she paid rent was April 12th of 2022. So 540 days without rent. He served her with eviction notices, but they haven't worked. Why? Well, because, well, the big thing is he's not licensed and approved, so this becomes an illegal eviction. And because the unit's not up to code, the evictions are seen as retaliatory. And that's just like if you're renting an apartment and the water doesn't work and you put stuff in escrow. You can't be evicted if things aren't up to snuff. So, you know, you rely on government, government will fuck you. And it did. And according to this, you know what? It got even better. Because he wanted to fix it, but she won't allow him inside. Because she's smart. Then she knows that, like, God, I mean, if it's all falling apart in there, it's got to be a nasty fucking hovel. But it's still out of compliance. And now he's getting fined for not complying. Why? Because he snitched on himself. He told the government, hey, I'm doing all this, and now they notice there's a problem. Oh. Congratulations, you played yourself repeatedly here, bro. Repeatedly. You know, and I love this answer from, how can you stay in someone's home for a year and a half and not have any feelings of embarrassment? Because you're dealing with fucking random people on the internet, man. How did you expect this to go at some point? You know, and she claims that she's got her disability requiring accommodation. I'm sure she doesn't have any disability, but... Oh. So here's the point, and this is the best part of it. How they evicted, how California law is working. But because she stayed for 6 months, she's qualifying retroactively for a law that's been enforced. The Just Cause Ordinance, requiring a landlord to have a legal reason to evict her, and if it's no legal reason, they're required to pay for relocation and assistance. And because he's still not approved, because she won't let him in, she doesn't have to pay rent. And now she's claiming she's owed all the rent she paid before because it wasn't up to code, which actually would be, depending on the situation, a possible remedy if this guy, knowingly put up a place that wasn't up to snuff. Now, I don't think that's the case because she would have to show, well, I stayed there for 6 months fucking around in it and then all of a sudden decided it wasn't up to code, which I don't think that's going to work for her. So, but once again, this is California and this is put in place. And as part of the lawsuit, the maximum rent allowable is $0. Just oof. She's also subject to the rent control ordinance. So, this is just, they point out the $100,000 is the cheapest way of getting out of this. And in reality, it probably is. Sometimes you got to settle and just pay your money, man. Cut your losses. And it's the home of the tenant until he gets a judgment. Oh. Yeah. It's basically her house. He can't go in there. Oh. So it's funny though, because he sued and the judge dismissed it because there are 2 units on the property. And the rent control applies. So he just got fucked. So it just doesn't get any better because then she countersues negligence, nuisance, intentional infliction, emotional distress, unlawful business practices, and violating the COVID protections. I mean, this guy's going to get fucked, and it probably is better off for him just cutting his losses. It's just not going to go well. It's not going to go well, and he's fucked. So. He admits his mistakes not knowing about those rules, but hey, man, when you're in California, what do you expect is going to happen? Squatters' rights are like truly tough. You can't just, I'm sure this, yeah. Anyways, it's very funny. That's why you don't fuck around with those things. 100K might not be a bad deal getting rid of her. Yeah. I mean, there's also just the idea of, like doing self-help, which is the idea of, walking in there with a shotgun and taking care of things. But, it wouldn't be the first dumb hoe buried in the Hollywood Hills. Won't be the last. Saying, is there a pic of the tenant? No, and I'm guessing there's an issue. Mike is saying, interview this chick's lawyer, please. I'd love to, but they probably won't because they have ongoing litigation. So they won't definitely do that. Lemon Party saying, Steve Lato has a video about what to do when this happens, but I can't repeat it here. Well, here's the thing. In this case, in California, it ain't going to work. I get it. Steve Lato's talking about if you do it up in Michigan, you do it in a lot of places in America, it'll work. You do it in LA County, you're going to fucking San Quentin. You are not going to win by doing this in LA. I would never, ever recommend doing this in LA, much less other places, but especially in LA, you are going forever. So, Harbor Warble saying, how can she not leave? Who gets her food? I don't know how that all works. And so, Justin says, I'm allergic to paying rent. Yeah. Yes. Lemon Price saying he probably voted for these policies in the first place with the people who enacted them. Statistically speaking, yes, this is his own fault. So, You don't feel too bad for him, but this is why you don't do shit fast and loose. If you do, you get fast and loose problems. So, Jim is saying I can settle this case out of court for $50,000. Yeah. Graham is saying, when will you start covering the Ethan Leming trial? I got to figure out a couple days here. I don't know if I'll have. Looking at my schedule. You know, I might start doing it next week, watching parts of it, like maybe in the evenings, and just plow through it because it's not super long. It's only a couple days. But I'll put out an announcement for that. Nero saying no good deed goes unpunished. This isn't a good deed. It's just this guy was being stupid and got greedy. So when you guys are saying cut the power in a place like California, that's considered retaliatory, and he would be just drugged through a pile of broken glass in court. And she'd own his house probably at the end of it. So no, that wouldn't be a good idea. So can't do that. I would not recommend it at all. Oh, where are we at? Oh, let's see. So, yeah, do not do that. Do not do this. It does not end well for anybody. Oh, crap. Why did this thing like stick there? Your question. That's what I do. That's what I do. D-Snut saying, did the rent cover the power too? I don't know. I don't know. It was kind of stupid. Kind of stupid. Mofo saying, no, he shouldn't. He should let his bill lapse, and then they in LA would be the city cuts the power. Yes, but if the rent if there was no specific, she's responsible for her own power, which I doubt was the case, this would be considered a retaliatory action by him. So he won't be able to do that because it's not going to work. It doesn't work that way. The courts will not see it that way, and they will bend him over. So he shouldn't do it. And I know you guys are talking about like, yeah, that's not going to work doing Baby Shark. Nero's talking about, electrical fires. Jewish lightning is not going to have to kill her. And that's not necessarily the best idea. So I would not recommend doing it ever. Not the best idea. Graham is saying, or you could just pay them and leave. Yeah, I mean, I bet he's already spent $100,000. So, so hold on here. Stabby saying, seriously though, you know a lot about pew pews. Do you know anyone who sells a shorty barrel without a gas port, or should I just get what I can find for cheap and flip the gas block? Why do you want a barrel that's not drilled? I mean, it all depends what you're doing, but I don't think you generally are going to find those. So, Mike is saying he tried to pay her to leave. Yeah, but she's got the upper hand, so she wants $100,000. Oh, Stabby's saying for a 22 conversion? I mean, I don't know. Otherwise, just get like a... Yeah, I mean, you can flip the gas block. I mean, you can also get like a longer barrel and just chop it down, and then you'll be in front of the gas block at that point. So that's one way to handle it. Okay. Now this one is hilarious. Well, it's not hilarious. It's sad. The Arkansas State Police were chasing a car and they attacked the wrong people. And why do I say attack? It's because what they do is attack people. So the state police say that a trooper's retired after he crashed his car into the wrong car. So they performed the tactical vehicle intervention, also known as the pit maneuver, which, if you guys weren't aware, the pit maneuver is actually deadly force, because if you try to use it on a cop, and I've seen videos before where they try this, cops freak out. Why? Because they know it's deadly force, because it can cause serious injury. So they improperly applied deadly force to two innocent people, and he can retire. I'm sure he just used the good old cop defense of, I just didn't know. It's the same looking car, boss. I'm sorry. Tried to take it back. Just couldn't do it. So they were chasing two cars going 100 miles an hour, and they misidentified a car and crashed it. It's really good. And we're actually going to watch it, because this is, oh my God. This is something to behold. Top-notch police work. The toppest of notch to police work here. So, oh, God damn it, I messed it up again, didn't I? Anyway. So the Arkansas State Police, they are wild. These guys fuck around all the time. So here's what they did. And we'll make sure your sound is going, because here we go. I mean, this guy's hauling. I mean, look at him. He's just hauling ass. Notice the car's slowing down and pulling over. That's what a bad guy does. Good job, Deputy Cooter. I mean, those people ran into the middle wire barrier. They were going probably at least 60, 70 miles, probably 60, 65 miles an hour at that point. And he runs them off the road into oncoming traffic. Now, this is from another car. This is from another car watching it. This is actually interesting to watch. Here's a car following.
He's out. He hit the wire.
Hoo-wee, we got him in the wire, boy. Hoo-wee. No, I'm surprised they didn't accidentally fucking kill these people by shooting them, because that's the next step. Yeah, and they're yelling, "Driver, get out of the car!" It's like, you fucking wrecked me into a fence. And then after a while, they
Can you see? Do I need to turn my lights down?
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to find a spot where they actually go up to the car and they realize how bad they fucked up.
Where you at? Who is they talking? They talking about this car right there.
But they end up slowing down and got caught up in traffic.
Huh?
They end up slowing down and got caught up in traffic.
I seen some dirt. He must have went off and he went back to the outside lane. Anyway, that's what I got it.
I thought it said it was a white person.
Notice at this point they're like, "Oh, I thought I got him. I thought it was this car." And now they're like, "Maybe it isn't the right one." It's like such a good job out there, top-notch police work. You know, this is the type of this is like Uvalde level police work here.
We're approaching now.
Notice these cops are advancing on the car, and these people have to be cool as a cucumber or they get killed by these incompetent fucking assholes. Listen, they're now realizing how bad they fucked up. Did you hear him? They think it's the car on the left. No, it's the car to the right.
And one of you guys hit us. All right, let's see if we can. You gotta crawl up the window. Yeah, we're gonna crawl up the window down for it. You can't. You disabled. Okay. I'm not sure. Damn, I can't believe it. Okay. Or not. Yeah. 546.
Also, I'm surprised they didn't just arrest these people to fucking cover it up.
Start me at 1016 and see if you can get a hold to Westminster Fire Department, see if they can come out here and get these people out. Eastbound be shut down. They can get on at 271 and come the wrong way.
I mean, just that level of bullshit right there. That level of bullshit. Oh, we got a Pranav Oha. Pranav Oha is a new member. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. Charlie is saying they're going to get a nice chunk of change in Arkansas. I don't know. Arkansas's got a big problem with this stuff. Sweet Tooth saying, why even pit them? They didn't give them a chance to stop. That's the arc. If you hold on here, we'll do this then. Because the Arkansas State Police basically had a we pit everything all the time thing going on. Absolute insanity. If you Google them on YouTube and you search for it, I mean, they are absolutely fucking insane with it. And that finally these lawsuits, like they pitted a pregnant lady driving her car. She didn't stop fast enough for Deputy Dildo. So guess what happened? They finally have changed it after all their lawsuits, but it wasn't until all their lawsuits and all the people they've killed and injured. So, I mean, for example, here's a great example of what they do. Here is a great example. This is a great example of, and yeah, here you go. Ready? Watch.
A high-speed chase of up to 120 miles an hour. This one in Little Rock, Arkansas. State police released dash cam video of the incident.
So here they go.
Lines.
They're chasing a
The
car.
officer got close to the truck, and the truck flipped over.
This is what the Arkansas fucking police do. They fucking pit everybody. All the fucking time they do it. So there's a really good one of they pit a truck at like 100 miles an hour and they just annihilate the guy. Well, I gotta find it here. Where the hell is it? Yeah. Let me see here. Okay. Where is this bad boy here? Okay. Yeah, here we go. So this one is even worse. So these police are chasing a truck and they're going on 100 miles an hour. And they just, oh, who's messaging me? So this is an even bigger example of what they do. So, yeah, I'll show the pregnant lady video in a second, but this is this is you know, I get it, the police are going to use force, but using this pitting a car at 100 miles an hour, the fact they haven't killed innocent people like bystanders is absolutely insane. But like, here you go. Here, watch what they do. Like they do pit all they do pitting all the time, and we're just gonna get up to the part where like the sex part, because that's the only part anybody cares about. So here you go. So the top video is the actual car chasing, and this is the following car. Get ready, watch this car.
Go ahead and start EMS.
Fucking protect it and serve the shit out of this guy.
Go ahead and start EMS.
Yeah, just like in the Murdoch case. Well, I guess I see brain water there. There ain't nothing to save. So that is just that is so typical of what they were doing down there for the longest time, and they finally fucked up when they went after a pregnant woman. So, you know, it's just this is just absolute horseshit what they did. What I mean, what they did here is just disgusting. And I'm trying to find the I don't want the news version of it. Yeah, fuck it, we're just going to use it. So it then turns into this here.
A police officer's pit
So,
was pulling over.
and she didn't pull over fast enough. He pits the car.
Vehicle flipping onto a woman strapped into her seat inside.
Are you the only one in the vehicle?
Yes.
Okay.
Pregnant.
Why didn't you stop?
Because I didn't feel like it was safe.
Well, this is where you ended up.
I thought it would be safer to wait until the exit.
No, ma'am. You should.
So if you see the road she's trying to stop on, there is no shoulder, and she had her flashers on and slowed down to like 50 miles an hour. And Deputy Cooter decides, I'm just going to pit her. Because that's the rules. They were allowed to basically pit you for any reason. Using deadly force for any reason.
Pull over when law enforcement stops you.
Well, she was going 60 miles an hour.
So
Woman suing police, calling the pit maneuver negligent, saying it.
it's a lot more negligent. It's actually criminal, I would argue. So that is, yes, your fault, bitch. Yes, yeah. Why didn't you stop? It's cops do not like being challenged. And the funny thing is, they're gonna cry and cry. It's like, we just need that qualified immunity, boss. We're just trying so hard. We just didn't know. Nobody done told us we couldn't do this to people. It was so nobody told us it was dangerous to pit people in the trees and kill them. We just thought they were dying from excitement. We didn't know it was our fault, boss. We're sorry. We're simple policeman. Oh, Lord of me. That's their defense every time. Or they're going to be like, well, he's a damn criminal. He deserved it. It's like, you still have to follow the fucking rules. Mofolk says, what happens if the state trooper's insurance drops them for all these lawsuits? They'll be self-insured through the state. And the state's insurance company, they'll find someone who wants that client. So, yeah, them Duke boys are at it again. Meat Candy says that's why you practice defensive driving and you slam on your brakes when that happens. Yes, if they're coming up to your, this is not legal. Well, actually, you know what? This isn't really advocating anything. Just if you're going to get pitted and they're about to do that, just whoop, you hit the brakes. Then they can't. Yes, the GTA cops are modeled after him. Yes, 100% they were. Yes, Sky Queen's right. Oopsie poopsie, it's the wrong car. Yeah. Whoops, sorry about that, man. And I'm sure the cops just got up and drove away. Left those people sitting on the side of the road with a broken ass car. And Justin Hancock, yes, the suspect safely flees, never to be apprehended. That's the true out of this. The absolutely shit part about all this. Eric says she stole that baby. Breacher saying, was the suit successful? This past recently they settled out. So the state police have changed their pit policy. And she probably got paid a lot of money. Ultimately, her attorney got paid a lot of money. He made the money. When there's settlements, 30% off the top. Got to get that beak wet. Porcelain Thunder says most agencies need a pit approval from a supervisor. Yeah, and their supervisor's like, go ahead and do it. Who way, just do it for Dale. A-Dub saying this is what happens when you teach a gaggle fuck of retards one magic trick. Yeah. Yup. Motherfucker saying bankrupt, then there's nobody to bankrupt. So. Kimbo saying that's why I keep a Twisted Tea in my car. Imagine that flying at you at 100 miles an hour. I mean, carry caltrops if you're really gonna do it, do caltrops. Or throw like a crowbar. That'll really work. So, yes, and yes. Raise hell, praise Dale. G-Rock says, tow a trailer and just cut it loose. That would be hilarious. Just if you have a release, you can blow your chains and blow the hitch out, and it just a trailer loaded. I don't know, a trailer loaded down with like concrete forms or something like a couple tons heavy, just flying backwards right into the police. That'd be great. Nero's saying, did I hear about the Facebook settlement? Yeah, beak wet. Yeah, class action lawsuits. There's only one. You know who the winner in a class action lawsuit is? The attorneys. You know, if it's good enough class action, most class action lawsuits, you know, paying off loans, making boat payments. The really good class action lawsuits, the attorneys are buying boats out of that. So, like Attorney Tom, he's making boat money on some of those things. Furby Slayer saying caltrops are caveman simple too. Yeah. Yep. Very simple to do. You can make caltrops you can put in your pocket and walk around with. The French developed those during World War II. They were very effective. Legal advice is for 5,000 won. I think that's for around $5. Thank you. 5,000. Many thanks. Saying, look, if you don't want to be pit stopped, lady, just don't drive while pregnant. Yeah, I mean, simple solutions. You know, it's a problem with a very simple solution. Jason Lazo saying, what is a caltrop? He means a caltrop. CALTROP. Caltrops, like those little spiky things that, like, you know, you're watching James Bond movies, like they fall to the back of the car and it'll blow out the tires. Those are caltrops. SP sellers are saying 5,001 equal $3.71. Not bad. Not bad. Alkaline saying driving while having a pulse. Woman moment. Oh. Okay, this is good. This is good. So if you're a pregnant lady, would you rather be in a room with George Floyd or an Arkansas police officer? Oh, God, that's good. That is so good. That is so good. Oh, and this is even, oh, God, this is getting rough here, but this is good. Why are Arkansas cops trained to drive like Camelot? Oh, don't know. Wait, he's in Alabama. Wait, that's Alabama. Mississippi's in between. Sorry, I was thinking he's not next to Arkansas. So no, okay, we can talk about caltrops, but we're not going to talk about making them. We do enough glowy shit on here. You know, you can Google the train derailment video if you ever want. Also, are they still going? Still going. So 3 hours in, Joe is like Iron Manning this shit right now. I will give Joe credit. He is just 3 hours of beating that ass. Good job, Joe. He's still going. He's still going strong. And over in the locals chat, well, you guys are all having all kinds of fun out there. So J Rock is saying for $4.99. Thank you, by the way. Saying I like the late night shows. Is there a schedule for more? There might be in the future. It's just I mean, part of a lot of it is like, you know, like this morning I had to be in. I had a pre-trial at like 9 a.m. and then on you know, like what day was it? Tuesday. I had one at like 8:30 and I had to, it was sucked because it was at 8:30 and I had to, like, it was like 35 minutes away. So like, yeah, I can only do so much because otherwise, like, it's kind of sucks staying up late if you got to wake up early. So, you know, it all depends on what I have scheduled and what's going on. There might be more. I certainly would like to hope to in the future, but for right now, so I got 2 weeks to get that done. Oh, look at my calendar. I just realized I got 2 weeks to get some shit done. But yeah, there might be more coming up. I'm not gonna lie, it says Wrangler Star, beloved. I mean, he does that like a cult leader. It's fucking weird, but yeah. Here's how the U.S. Forest Service lubes up a dildo. Here's how the U.S. Forest Service gapes your neighbor. You know, here's how the U.S. Service Force bifurcates their penises. Like, right, does not have to be an old Forest Service trick. Oh. Oh, you guys are talking about Bragg. Oh, Jacob's saying I couldn't take the gaslighting by Joe's debate partner. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I get it sometimes when you're dealing with him. So, Joe's debate champ. Yes, he is. Eric is saying Joe is the oldest debate bro. Yeah, and it's interesting because Joe, you know, being in those being in the yeshiva, Joe learned how to be he learned the internet blood sports before there were internet blood sports. So that's the funny thing there. So I just I'm hoping Joe just keeps on winning. And you guys are talking about him, but there is a these are a guys are talking about caltrops, and yeah, Wrangler Star talks about them, but these bad boys right here are the ones I'm referring to that come disassemble. They are ones you can assemble and disassemble. You can take them apart because they literally just slide right in. They scissor each other. You can pull them apart and put them in your pocket. The French started using these during World War II, similar type. Just for academic study. That's all we're doing here. This is learning. We're all learning from each other. This is, you know, we share. It's like a give and a take here. You know, I teach you questionable things you can do to deal with the government. And then you guys share with me how cringe I am. So it all works out. And when I'm muted, symbiotic. You know, we're like the remora and the shark. Have you guys just sitting there eating little bugs off my belly? It's just great. Oh, so relaxing. Guess you're hearing a lot of excuses about work. Yeah. Well, fuck saying yes. For Ringo Starr, it would be a hickory dildo. Yes, the favorite one he does, he talks about how people are disabling parking meters. Yep. You know, or, you know, if you take a balloon full of paint and sand, you know, you can make things a little hard for people. Joe seems like a great litigator. Oh, I'm sure Joe was really good. And Joe had to learn. He had to do internet blood sports on the fax machines. Oh. Well, folks saying, are they LGBT friendly? Who is LGBT? I don't know who we're talking about. So I don't know. I mean, we're talking about Wagner or the Azov Battalion? No. Legal advice saying the frogs culturally appropriated them from the ninjas. Yes. Well, ninja vanish. You mean actual ninjas, not like, because I mean, there are ninjas in France. They live in the Banlieue, and they, come from Africa. They have ninjas there. But I mean, unless you're talking about like wearing flip flops and socks ninjas, then okay, yeah, those are ninjas too. Yes, yes, beloved, we're going to learn today how the U.S. Forest Service pits police cars. Although I'm surprised because he does all the, the tree falling and everything. He hasn't shown people how to make an abattis yet, where you take all the trees and you lay them in the road as a ambush site. Alex Blackfoot says, "Don't go the Patrick Tomlinson route." Oh, I will. I'll ride off into the. I will sit there and I will chisel out my piece of the ice floe if it ever gets to that point, and I will float off into the sunset and die before we get there. So I will never do that. I will never do that. I mean, also, he was being retarded, tempting the courts out there. Oh, you're talking about the scissoring of the caltrops. I mean, all depends on, is it the LGB without the T? Maybe. Harble saying, "I wish there were more sovereign citizens in Arkansas." Well, I mean, a lot of people down there don't like the government, but I don't blame most of them. So, well, speaking of not liking the government, there is a there is a guy out there who kind of. It's kind of like the demotivational poster that's out there. It's a joke. Says, maybe your life was meant to be a warning for others. Because I think for this guy, Ryan Carson in New York City, that's what happened to him. His life was meant to be a warning sign for others. His life experiences. So what happened to him? Well, he's a guy in New York City, and if you guys haven't seen this, he's the guy in New York City that gets stabbed up. And there's just so many levels of wrong here. So, first of all, this is New York City. Okay, not like you can I'm not gonna tell you to act like Can't Kill when you go to the city. You're like, whoa, and you like fucking freak out as soon as you see the "Welcome to Dallas" sign. Lock your door. I'm sure I have it locked, but they're in the middle of New York City. It's 4 a.m. You don't do stupid things in stupid places with stupid people. Generally, you're going to have a very uneventful time, and it'll be okay. So they're already out at a stupidly late hour. Now, they're coming back from a wedding and shit. It's like, then this should have been planned a little better, but waiting for the bus at 4 a.m. in New York City is probably not the best idea. And I'm pretty sure this also occurred while they're in Brooklyn, which it's Brooklyn, and it's the Bedford-Stuyvesant neighborhood, Bed-Stuy, which, remember, Do the Right Thing, where Radio Raheem got a little, he was the OG George Floyd when they choked him out with a nightstick. It's not the best neighborhood in the world. I mean, it's not like East New York or, like Flatbush Avenue. But it's not really somewhere you want to hang out at 4 a.m. So there is some sound here, and if you guys want to listen, this guy sitting here is Ryan, and this is his girlfriend. We'll get to them in a minute, but here you go. Now, this guy who walked by is just beating the shit out of things and acting like a lunatic. And Why? Why? I don't know why. You see a guy freaking out. Why would you walk past that guy? All of a sudden, he just starts attacking garbage cans. I mean, you're in New York City, but it's like, it's not a crowded street. It's 4 a.m. You could like walk across the street. Or even better, you're walking this way and you see something. Nope. And you go, whoop, and you turn around. Walk the fuck away. There is no point to be involved here. So they see something happening and then they do the stupid thing of approaching it. And then he did an even dumber thing of getting involved in it. You know, you're watching something weird happen, and then you decide to actually get involved in it. Why? So he started getting this guy's attention. Now the guy focuses on him. Now at this point, he's saying, chill, chill, chill. And the guy's got a knife. He's like, listen, sir, I get why you're upset. Whoa, oh my God, you split me in the face. I mean, that's how knife fights go. Like, it's not like you're in West Side Story and the guys are like going around circles. I'm like, dude's like, fucking that thing go. It's like a jab. People are punching. It's like when people get into fist fights. There is no like telegraphed haymaker. It's just like, bah! You get jabbed and you get popped in the face. The knife is like, foof, 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 foof. Well, this dude's about to get, homie's about to tickle this dude's spleen. So let's just see what happens. She wants to get involved as he's screaming at the dead guy.
I'm so sorry. Are you?
Somebody is off screen saying, I'm so sorry. Are you okay? No, he's dying. He's not okay. That dude just tickled his spleen with a knife. I'm sure he's not okay.
Go watch him. Go watch him. I'm so
Go watch him. Go watch him. Notice these idiots aren't screaming, oh my God, call 911. These dumb motherfuckers. We can't call the police because they'll throw him in prison and that'll be racist. Oh. That'll be racist. And, so the suspect who stabbed the guy, Ryan Carson, is emotionally disturbed. Oh, really? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? And, you know, was reported to police for breaking all his girlfriend's stuff. So, yeah, he sounds like a lunatic, but, you know, all that sounds like he get cash bail anyway. Oh. So, yes, they were killed in the Bed-Stuy neighborhood of Brooklyn. You know, DMX said, where the hood at? Well, hood was on the end of that blade going in and out of your chest cavity. So they believe that he's an 18-year-old. They believe they know who he is. They're pretty, which means they do know who it is, but they haven't done anything about it. This is Ryan, guy who's been proud of the fact he was an Antifa. You know, I'm sure you know, couldn't have the cops get involved because that would be racist. And you know, despite the violence, his friends wouldn't change his outlook on social justice. They would have wanted to use his death as means to talk about the structural wrongs in the city. Yeah, I'm sure that's what he thought as he was dying, or he's like, oh my God, I wish I had a gun. You know, he's like, finally the sweet embrace of Karl Marx. I love you. I want my 72 workers and farmers in my paradise. You know, he would see this as a person who suffers from a lack of resources in our community, who probably needs better mental health support, possibly housing and drug support and treatment. Okay, the guy probably does need all of that, but he also needs to go to fucking prison. He literally killed someone. You can't just be like, bro, it's all good. We're gonna give you some social justice here. We're gonna community organize the shit out of you. No, he killed someone. He needs to go to jail. He was involved in creating supervised drug injection sites, and then his girlfriend, named Claudia Morales, was an avid BLM activist who, among other remarks, used ACAB repeatedly in posts. She wore ACAB shirts. These are two Antifa scumbags. And it sounds like she has refused to cooperate with the police. Which I'll give her credit. Girlfriend was like, baby girl's like, I ain't talking to the cops, none at all. Now, I understand she's not talking to the cops because all cops are bastards to her. But yes, this is probably one of the few times where don't talk to the police. You could talk to the police and help them find the guy. But, hey, she's sticking true to her ethos. And as he has, be the leftist you pretend to be online. Well, be the right-wing reactionary you pretend to be online. .exe. Oh boy, let's execute that file. Now, I will say they're, trying to work on limiting overdoses, things like that. I just, in these supervised injection sites, I don't see how any of this really helps things. And that's not really the big issue for me. It's the issue that he kind of has put on there that he is involved in Antifa. It's like, well, then you really get what's coming to you. The fact he was trying to, deal with people using drugs, that was all it was. I'd actually feel bad for this guy, but he was Antifa, and systemic racism came up and stabbed the shit out of him. It's the reason why the only guy killed him is because of white supremacy. So white supremacy killed this poor Antifa freedom fighter. And there he is. Guy, he's squinting, or has he got Max Murrah? He's like, hello. But good job, brother. Chuck Schumer's he threw himself in everything he did with passion. Trying to stop the guy with a knife, he didn't really have too much passion there. He's just like, wait. But yes, he was concerned about police brutality and people getting attacked by police in the streets. I'm not worried about that, and apparently you shouldn't have been worried about that either. Maybe he's getting stabbed. I wonder if he was trying to be like, I'm not a cop, stop, I'm not the police. Oh. Yes, well, now he can achieve the workers' paradise he always wanted. As they gather around. So now I this really comes down to, like I said, once this is going down, you go the other way. You go across the street. You do something to protect yourself. Because the number one way making sure you don't get in a bad situation is avoidance. Avoidance, de-escalation, and deterrence are your friends. Getting the hell out of bad places is the best thing you can do. Jonathan says, instead of the girl getting stabbed by a penis, he got stabbed by a Sharpie. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. So it all works out in the end. Harbor Warble says, why did they get up about the Uber? I don't know if they were involved. I don't know if they were just taking a break and they're going to keep walking or what. But I don't know. Something happened. I don't think they were not really sure what they were doing. Portion Thunder says, just keep walking. Walk the other direction. I wouldn't walk by that guy because look at that. That is a totally confined area. I mean, obviously, I'm a big guy anyway, so you can probably take up a whole sidewalk, fatty. Yes, I would. So yes, if my lovely Molsherry was, I'd be able to protect her because I could just fall down and it'll be like a roadblock. But I wouldn't go this way anyway. It'd be like, we're getting the fuck out of here. But more importantly, I would be fucking around in Bed-Stuy at 4 a.m. I'm not going to be fucking around in Cleveland at 4 a.m. Like, I wouldn't do any of that shit. Even if I'm going about healed with the Glock 19. Or maybe I feel like being getting my Eastern European on and carrying the Tokarev around. Dude comes at me with a knife, shoot him in the leg, wound him, and just do it in the back of the ear, finish him off. Like, I don't know. But yeah, just, you know, and then like once the guy's got the knife, it's game on. And I don't, no, chill. It's like, dude's trying to kill you. There is no chill. Sir, I believe in the systemic racism affecting you. Please let me help you. Let me help you, please. You know, he tried to act like a social worker, and well, to be fair, that guy stabbing him is a social interaction, so he got social worked. William says, imagine getting up and deliberately walking up to a future doctor or a lawyer. Yes. Sam C says, I can fix him. That is, oh, you know what? That is so fucking correct. Yes, his hubris and thoughts were, oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, Ice Cold says yes, but I support BLM. Yes, I support them. You're getting your just disemboweled. Still Life says hit him with a super soaker full of piss. Well, if he's like a mentally ill guy and maybe he's homeless, that's like you're spraying pee on him. That's like washing your car in the rain. Like, you're not going to stop him. Furby Slayers ended, yes. And this is who we are, since the 21-foot rule. Well, yeah. Ice Cold says he ran to that bench. Yeah, he was trying to get away. Yeah. Glow in the Dark says, are you okay? Yeah, that lady, it's like, are you okay? It's like, no, he's dying. It's like in Reservoir Dogs. I'm fucking dying over here. I'm dying. Fuck you. It's like, no, I'm not good. Yes. D's Nuts says, stay strapped or get fucking clapped. Yes. Let me see here. Oh, York's saying, take it off. Hey, have a good night, York. Start protecting around. Goalie says, protect your neck. We're getting the although Wu-Tang was like up in the, I think they're up in the Bronx. But yes, protect your neck, both figuratively and literally. Yes, very true. Okay, Bradley Powers. Nick would know what to do because he grew up in the hood. Okay, yes. 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 Yes, the ghetto king of Houston. Oh. Oh. Breacher saying, oh, was that the activist that died? Yes. Well, there's also the guy in Philly who got killed in a home invasion, so. CBR says a knife would not have penetrated the Baldo. Well, maybe. Oh, somebody's saying, what's ACAB mean? ACAB is what the all cops are bastards. I mean, most of them are. Most of them are. Not all of them, but most of them are. So. Yes, he basically planted the seeds of his own demise here. Yes. Fuck says yes. The favorite line is, "He was woke, now he's asleep." Although, oh, there's where is it? There was a tweet I saw that I had to use. Let's see here. Oh, by the way, speaking of Twitter, they gave me finally back my old potentially criminal one, but now we're done with it because I got this other one going. So, but now I can actually change the name potentially criminal instead of LawTube Sean, because if you have a banned account and you change the name, they just fucking nuke it right away. So, but yes, this is just mwah. This is great. You just got to read it like the Joker. Got a joke. Ma'am, it's the police. Your son is dead. His ACAB girlfriend saw the whole thing and refused to provide a description of his killer because that would be racist. Do you think that's funny? Yes, and I'm tired of pretending that it's not. Oh. This is just, it's a banger. He deserves a lot more likes than that. So. She's not going to go burn coal. Yes, crossing the street is racism much? Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I'm willing to be racist there. I'll cross the street. Sean Bird says, yeah, me walk. I get it. That's why I'm saying, like, yeah, there wouldn't be a whole lot of walking. I'd have already, like, Ubered our way out of there at some point. So. Eric says, oh, the missus would roll me at the attacker. Yeah. It's like Indiana Jones, the boulder rolling down through the temple. Yes, Justin says you need a 20-inch blade to reach anything vital in me. Yes. Yeah. Just keep stabbing. It's like stabbing a bag full of mayo. It's just like nothing's happening. Yes, Iman Rezu saying, yes, I'd use this. Yes. Sean did the Snorlax body slam, and it was very effective. Critical hit. Combo. Yes. Still, I'm saying I wouldn't fuck around I wouldn't fuck around in most cities at 4 a.m. Most places at 4 a.m. are not a good idea. So, Harry Stevens saying, "Well, he got the point." Yes, he did. Stevie saying, did Scott Adams tweet about this guy? No, but I did see another good. There's a good one because there's been like 3 Democrat activists who have gotten killed. And there's a hilarious meme of Scott Adams about it. And where is it? Oh, it's the meme. It's where he's holding his cup, and it's, where is it? Oh, come on. Where is it? Come on. Hope you guys know what I'm talking about. It shows like all 3 of their pictures of Scott Adams holding his coffee cup while he's drinking out of his cup. He's just going like, I don't know what could have happened here. What? Is it something I said? Damn it, I can't find it. Where is it? Oh, well. I can't find it. Oh, well. It'll survive. And then Walter Malone for $4.99. Thank you. Saying some people would rather die than be a racist and cross the street. Yeah. Yes. So, oh, Eric's saying Wu-Ting were from all over NYC. Okay. So ER says after J6, a cab for him. Okay, yeah. Allowed to have that opinion. What did you say? You guys are... Yeah, Scott Adams ever-growing mug of racial realism. Yes. It's also the Derbyshire Rules out there. If you ever want to Google something, it's really good to read. The Derbyshire Rules by John Derbyshire. When he wrote it, it killed his career as a writer and pundit, but it was worth it in the long run. Carrie saying Giuliani is suing Biden for defamation. Yeah, I don't see how that's going to work for him at all. Scott says, how about a nice cup of warm FBI crime stats? Yeah. Yep. Yes, the uniform crime stats, the UCR never lies. Blade 2.0 says after Castle Rock, V. Gonzalez, a cab. Salty Ball says, where is the tank? It is right there. It's had work done on it. So, but I ordered the paint, so it's going to come in at some point, but not right meow. I got to see, did that ever when is the paint coming? Because that's really the big issue. So, but I did find a neat paint setup, and it's the it's got the 80s paint pattern. It's the U.S. Army's MERDC stuff, so it will be fucking dope when I get it. And what the heck is this here? Hold on one second, guys. Oh, this isn't Prime? That's weak. Weak sauce. Why can't it be primed? Oh, come on. Okay. Sorry about that. That was a little stupid. Did it print? Oh, yes, it did. And I will be able to deduct that because I'm doing it on stream. That's a business expense. Noix is saying, man, what the fuck is that article archived? Yeah, I archive it because then you kill the ads. So that's how you get rid of the ads. Stabby says, I still have the thing I need to send you. I'll try to get out tomorrow. I think I'm just going to wrap the fine parts in cotton balls or something. I said, send me a DM. I can give you some advice. If you don't want to tell me what it is, I can give you a rough idea. I spent a lot of time packing all kinds of stuff, fitting in all kinds of boxes, just jamming it right in boxes for years on end. Get done with law school and go over to FedEx, and I just putting my whole fucking hand into boxes, fisting it through a box. Getting that box so worked up that you can fit like a jug of antifreeze in there. I mean, think about how big you got to work a box so you can fit a jug of antifreeze in there. I was a box handling specialist. So I'll help you out. Scott X says, it takes guts to own your pattern recognition-based racism in this modern work day. Well, yes. Eric is saying, is the tank a Tamiya kit? Yes. Salty is saying Vallejo has the national color sets. They have the national color sets, but I want the MERDC stuff because I'm going to do like a forest green M1. And then I'm going to try to do like a European 1 camo. because I think that looks really fucking cool. I don't like the 3-color setup, the NATO thing they did. I don't like all that other shit. I don't like the shit they did in the 70s with like the brown foliage on it. No, I don't like any of that. I'm making it. The European one was an Air Force camo, but I'm putting it on the tank because it's my tank. Federer Lumpkins is the dopest BMP. Keep it up. I'll do a T-72 next. I'll do a T-72 and the diorama will be just crushing Ukrainian orphans. I'll be flying the Wagner flag. J-Rock says, I'm counting down the days to the total shit show in the Fulton County Superior Court. Get ready to rumble October 23rd. Yes. But Monday, Sidney Powell and Kenneth Chesebro are having a hearing, apparently. So we'll watch that. Joe's stream ended. Okay. So we are says I'm going to buy a Mustang expensive. No, but if Hannah Gutierrez-Reed does get further to trial, or even Eric Bowen gets reindicted, I am going to go out and buy a Pieta single action Colt, and I can use it as a prop and a demonstration aid. And I'm going to use it for a bunch of shows, and then I can probably write that off as an expense because I used it for the show and for everything here. And then, yeah, I'll get to go pew, pew, pew with it later. So it'll be fun. No Pants Baby says, all the fudge packing. You know what? Sometimes I packed fudge. I take fudge and I just shove it right in a box. I mean, I was just up and I was wrist deep in boxes all day long there. I mean, I was really good. I handled boxes all the time. You show me a box and I can do whatever. I'll make it do whatever I want. It makes us what can Sean do for your box? Oh, I've worked with a lot of boxes, like I said. Denzel says that the police need qualified immunity, send him to Ukraine. That would be funny. Watch him try to pit a tank. That'd be great. Goalie says, do a leopard that emits smoke. I'll just do a leopard too and just light it on fire. Oh. Tuska says, don't show off your guns on live streams. YouTube will kill the channel. Thank you. Yes, I am aware. So thank you. God bless. But if I was doing the things talking about the gun, I'd be doing those as recorded segments. Goalie says that don't forget the Hannah G interrogation breakdown. I know, I got to get to it. I say I work at Hillshire Farms. I shove sausage in the boxes all day long. Escaping them boxes open. So we are just get a manner. I am not buying an MR73. I am not. How much are those right now? Those are Beretta's selling them right now. And what is the MSRP on one of these fucking things? You guys weren't aware. In France, they company called Manorin sells. They make revolvers. Revolvers are phenomenal. They're meant to handle like 357 plus P plus loads. The hottest shit you can imagine. They're made for the French police and then the GIGN, their counterterrorism group. And these guns are built like fucking brick shit houses. I don't know. I mean, like that just means a brick outhouse, but that seems like a waste of things. Because eventually you fill up the outhouse, like the shithole gets filled up, and you can't move all the brick. But whatever. Shitter's full. But they make the guns, and the guns are phenomenal. And a couple of them made it to America. Now Brett is importing them. But how much do they fucking want for these goddamn things? Let me see here. Okay, no, I don't want French stuff here. Bud's Gun Shop. Yeah, how much Bud's Gun Shop selling? Yes, for a 5.5-inch barreled 357, $4,000 fucking dollars. I could buy a set of fucking nods for that. I'm not buying a Mandarin. Carrie says, yes, how come Fudbuster can do it? What did Fudbuster? He doesn't have guns on his live streams. He has guns on his other stuff. Cringe is saying, why is a Cringe Peddler? That should be my sock account name. Why is a recorded segment with a firearm allowed but not a live segment? I don't know. They make the rules. Because I think there's been, like, it's all the dumb fucks that have been on stream shooting at things and discharging firearms. I don't know. So, SP Seller says, how does he get away with guns on stream? Well, you can have them in the background and stuff. That's usually not a big deal. So let me see here. Is the brick immovable? I mean, well, yeah, generally not. Yeah, and name of some sort saying Fudbusters doesn't handle them. You can have them in frame, but you can't handle them. Yeah, that's why. Although I had to move it because I was using it for, but like the RPG can sit in the background, or I can have a gun sitting in the background. You just can't be playing with it. SMPO Smopo Vienna, I probably ruined that, is saying, what about our nation's proud as the AUG? Yeah, except now we're making our now we can 3D print AUGs, so joke's on you. Don't need your AUGs no more. We make our own AUG. It's better. Williams is getting an ad blocker. Yeah, but I'm paying for that shit. I can use archive. And so here says a Mark 23. Fuck. No, if I'm going to do that, you got to get USP Tactical. It's what Jack Bauer used on 24. It's the only gun that matters. That's totally why I want USPs, because Jack Bauer had one on 24. I'm not talking about the gay seasons of 24, where like CTU kept getting attacked, and then Chloe was important, and then that fucking guy with the fat guy with the lisp was like somehow a superhero. No, none of that shit. I'm talking about like Jack Bauer at the beginning, where he's like cutting people's fucking eyes out and stuff. It's like always like, there's no time, and he just yeah. So it's what he had in his Bauer bag, his man purse, his satchel that like had all this shit in it, which was like amazing. Carrie says 24 is all gay. You know what? Without 24, we wouldn't have the black guy doing the Allstate commercials. There wouldn't be a President Palmer. William says, I bought a USP Tactical because of Metal Gear Solid 2. That's not bad also. Random Lowback saying, how goes it? Yeah, it's going pretty good. Sean Bird saying, Indiana Jones had a satchel. No, Indiana Jones had a gas mask bag. That's what he carried. Indiana Jones was dope as fuck. Scott X says 24 was some of the finest Operation Mockingbird propaganda ever filmed. Yes, it was. But you know what? Something had to fill the spot after American Idol, because that was the worst part about it. You know, it came out 2001 and American Idol's going, and it sucked because you try to turn on, like, to get ready for 24, back before the DVR. For all you youngsters out there, there were no DVRs back in like 2001. Now, if you try to record shit, like if you try to use your VCR and record it, oh god, it'd be shitty, and there'd be like tracking on all the you can't. So you'd have to watch it, and you have to turn on. You see fucking Ryan Seacrest and fucking Kelly Clarkson, and then Justin Guarini. Like, you'd have to watch all that shit for like the last 5 minutes till 24 started. So it was worse. Yeah. So, yes, it was propaganda and torture was cool. Yes, I get all of that. But when you're 16 years old, you're like, this is pretty fucking gnarly. It's like, that was some of the most not gay television out there at the time. Kale Brooks has hit the tracking button. I'm that old. Hairway Steven, yes, saying, yes, I received your email about your buddy and I did read through it. Ooh, lad. Man, what did she do? 15 times. I mean, at some, like, you can't, you know, I get the idea she didn't hear you the first time, so you had to tell her again. But, she, you know, after what point is that him just being aggressive? Scott X, I'm not actually putting it down. The first 3 or 4 seasons were order appointment television for me. I just realized what it was in retrospect. Trust me, I agree. I agree. In retrospect, yes, that was totally propagandistic the way they drove that and made, oh, the intelligence communities are great people. No, they're not. They're all fucking scumbags who all need to fucking hang. Yes, Glowies, I said that. Yes, all you spooks, I said that. So. Yes, the only acceptable answer to the guy shooting them was 15 times because he didn't have 16 rounds. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, William saying in Minecraft, but in real life too. Yes. Don't you in Minecraft? I mean, like if I'm, you know, like I can take the tank. I mean, that's like a craft. And I can sit in a mine and do it while we hang them. So Minecrafting it, yeah, sure. Glow in the Dark says, thankfully we're busy in Ukraine at the moment, so you'll be okay for now. Hope you get fine with a Kinzall or a Caliber. Random Loanback saying, my brother broke the 35 speed limit, being fined in Ohio. It's his first traffic offense. How likely is it for his license to get revoked? He's doing 110 and a 65? Damn, he should get an attorney. Because he can get charged with reckless operation. That's like 6 points on your license. You can go to jail for that, and they can suspend your license. And like, there's a good chance a judge could suspend his license. It would not be a bad idea for him to get an attorney, given how serious that is. I mean, that's just not a good idea. So I would highly recommend. Fact is, his first traffic offense is fine, but you know, homie went for the fucking high score here. You know, your brother's playing hard there, man. So yeah, I think he should get an attorney. Probably not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Hopefully he can help. So yeah, he went for the high score, yeah. In states like Virginia, yeah, you'd already be in jail. Like states like Virginia, like going 15 or 20 over is like reckless op, and they have all kinds of rules. So we're not bad, but it could be worse in other states. Blade saying somebody's getting a bicycle for Christmas. Okay, well, wanted to bring this up because Jim sent it to me. Actually, hold on. What are you guys in locals talking about now? Oh, wow. 113 messages. Damn. You guys are like... Oh my God, you guys are being. Yeah, we're not. No. Not going there. Not going there. Not going there. So, oh, where? Damn it, Jim. Where did this thing go? You sent. Hold on. I'm trying to find the thing you sent me. Messages. Oh, yes. Trying now. Hold on here. Where is it? Okay. So this is interesting. It's like Jim sent this to me because apparently tonight the guy who does Freedom Tunes was on, and there's a picture of Kanye in the background and the gay but not gay Catboy lover aficionado, likely fed glowy, and America First chairman, who did his that weird piss ring, and then talking about all the Jews at his little America First convention, Nick Fuentes. Which is a little weird that's all back there. It's almost like Tim's trying to signal something, like Tim Pool's moving into the sector, folks. And he's going to make his move. Tim Pool, the head of America First. That'd be great. That would be hilarious. That would be funny. So, yes. Scott X saying the baldest in the sector. Yes. Yes, he'll now have a. If that happens, Mr. Medicare's going to have to come out of retirement again to deal with him. Yes, he takes out the beanie and there's a swastika tattoo. Yes. Tim pulls his shirt. He's like, you see this? I mean, it's not welcome here. Holds up his skateboard with a swastika on it. Oh. Then I guess the last thing I was going to be talking about tonight. So, and this is funny because this came out of, oi, mates, you got a license for that out of Britain. A dental receptionist groped a 13-year-old and told him she wanted to ride him till the morning before before exposing herself and then waking up in jail after a blackout. What fucking kind of dentist is this? It didn't happen at the dentist office, sadly. Because I'm like, I'll go over there and get healthcare, but it's more importantly a dental assistant in Britain. I don't know how that works. She go, oi, yup, governor, you got no teeth. Like, how does that work? But so she's 27 years old and approached a 13-year-old. She assaulted him and randomly started chatting him up. And this is in a park around 9 p.m. when she accosted him. So she said she sat between the two kids and started stroking their dicks and offering them sex. It's like, and there she is. Of course she's got a nose ring in. Of course she's got a nose ring. Oh, but what did she do? She left her ATM card. That's how they found her. It's like, guys, remember, you're going to do this. You're going to, oh God, I'm not sharing. I'll boomer you. Oh God. Yeah. I mean, here's this woman, here's this woman with the nose ring in it. Like, if you're going to leave your ATM card, come on, you can't do that. You can't do that. Can't give it up that easy. You can't make it that easy for the cops. But there she is, smoking a cigarette and with her, she doesn't have the septum ring. I'll give her credit. I was expecting that when I saw this originally. But there she is. Look at her glasses. Those aren't casting couch glasses at all, I guess. Yes, but she says, I don't recall any of this. I was so drunk. That's great. And I do love how they tried to make it sound like the kid's got ADHD, which he was so traumatized by the encounter, he tried to take his own life. Now, I get that he was sexually assaulted. He wanted to take his own life. The ADHD has nothing to do with that. The fact he was sexually assaulted had everything to do with that. That's the problem. I don't know why we had to hear about the ADD. Next, we'll hear about him having ODD, and that was part of the problem. So, she pleaded guilty to sexual assault and sentenced to 12 months in jail, but it was suspended for 1.5 years. Like, why don't guys get this? I'm sure the pedophiles in Britain, the male ones, get the same treatment. I mean, fuck. Maybe we crowdsource Vito to go over there, and he could be like our man on the street. Vito here, gonna start touching little boys. Start assaulting little children and see what happens. That'd be great. I'm sure it's going to end the same way. She only has to register for the sex offending for 10 years. That's actually, that'd be kind of not too unsimilar. She wouldn't be a lifetime registrant here in Ohio. It's not like a tier 3. It's not the top tier offense. So, she was just stumbling home drunk as fuck, and she just ran up to these kids, started grabbing their dicks. It's like, I know people are like, oh, where was she when I was 13? It's like, I'm sure there's not going to be any 13-year-olds who are like, oh yeah, just grab the pole, baby. It's like, no, most 13-year-olds are going to freak out. So, I mean, look at her. Just like, her face looks like a doll. So, then she whips out her cooch in her butt and waved it around. I get it happened, but he has nightmares. Like what? She just grabs his. It's gonna be like Leprechaun, where the guy's got the ring on his finger. The Leprechaun just grabs his finger and rips it off. It's like, she ripped my dick off. He doesn't feel able to return to the park. Like, okay, that makes sense. Like, you don't want to go back to where something like that happened. But yes, she was really drunk. It's like, let me try that with my clients. Your Honor, yeah, he cornholed his niece. He was just really drunk. Can he get electronic monitoring and probation for it? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Wait, how many decades is he getting? Consecutive? Wait, Your Honor, I was asking for probation. I don't think you misheard me. Wait, you're why are you laughing, Judge? I mean, that's what would happen. That's what happened. So, previous conviction for drunk driving. Okay, well. I love, though, she's had mental health problems. I'm sure she has. I'm sure she's got a lot of mental health problems. The separation of her parents. I'm not sure her parents separating made her go, I want to go grab some 13-year-old boy's dick. I want to go play with some prepubescent mules. That's what I want to do. But yes, she has anxiety disorder, panic attacks, and borderline personality disorder. Does that mean Amber Heard's going to go run around and start molesting little boys too? It's like, jeez. None of that is the problem, that she wanted to go molest this kid. There's nothing there. And I wonder what she's thinking about. She's like, touch penis, touch penis, touch penis, touch penis, touch penis. I wonder if that's what she's thinking about in her head. Oh shit, that's probably going to be clipped. I do love the judge here, saying this is very serious, but you have strong mitigation as you show remorse. I'm like, okay, and your life has led you to this point. None of that. Yeah. I'm sure he makes that same argument for the men out there. I'm sure he does. Yeah, she's thinking about middle school cock. Yeah. 13-year-old penis, 13-year-old penis, 13-year-old penis, 13-year-old penis. That's all she's like Homer. Eat the pudding, eat the pudding, eat the pudding, eat the pudding. D's Nut says, what was that side story about breast milk ice cream? Why couldn't you? It's milk. You can make ice cream with it. SB Seller says the pedophile Rittenhouse cured wasn't in for too long. Yeah, JoJo got cured though. He did get cured, and it took it took Kyle Rittenhouse to cure him. So, it's your fuck's right. Yes. If you're drunk driving in Britain, does that mean you're driving on the right side of the road? Yes. Yeah, that'd be great. Your Honor, in my defense, when I was driving drunk, I would have been okay in America. Yes, it's gonna work. So, Dr. D Snut says your own milk, weirdos. Well, like, it's milk. I don't know. I assume it's not good, but oh. Sweetheart says the judge wants some tugs from her. Yes, he's like, well, if my penis if I identify as a 13-year-old boy, will you come rub my penis, ma'am? It's like, yeah, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. Oh. Oh, and not for just presented without comment, but Scott Wiener, the California assemblyman who tried to make it so little kids could get, cornholed by a gay guy and it's not a crime. Targeting the 2i LGBTQMAP community. Ron DeSantis must be impeached. Why? Because the death penalty in Florida is being introduced for raping children under the age of 12. So don't rape little kids. This is discriminating against us. It's targeting us. Something you want to tell us, Scott? Something you want to tell us here, brother? Oh. Yes, but as a fan of cartography, yes, you need to preserve maps, and you preserve them by hanging them up on the wall so they're off the ground. They stay nice and dry in the air. Keep them clean. Oh, is that the parody account? Oh, could be the real one. Who knows? The guy's name is Wiener. Yeah, there really is a California congressman named Scott Wiener. Yes. So. Yes, and satire and reality are really indistinguishable. And that's the problem with the real world. Satire is impossible because you can't tell anymore. So. And to be fair, though, rape used to be a capital offense for the longest time. It was up until, I think it's Kennedy versus Louisiana, or Louisiana v. Kennedy, where the Supreme Court finally said, like, no, you can't do that because Louisiana still had it on the books. But for the longest time, rape was a capital offense. If you rape someone, you got hanged. You got hanged for it. So. Bell's saying, what's trending on X? I don't know right now. Probably some dumb shit. Oh, yeah. Well, yes, Trump could be the Speaker of the House. I know people, somebody asked me about this earlier. Yes, Trump could become Speaker. Anybody can become Speaker. You don't have to be, you don't have to be in the House of Representatives to be put as Speaker. It's just they usually do it that way. So, yeah, guys, that's it. Sean for Speaker, that'd be funny. Alex Jones for Speaker, that'd be great. Zero Fox saying, do you have to be a citizen? I mean, it doesn't specifically say, but I think you'd have to be if you're in the line of succession. You vote mute for speaker. Well, why would you? I mean, really. Null for speaker. That'd be funny. So. But yeah, guys, that is actually it. I am that is really it. Yeah. I mean, we're all set. I mean, that's kind of ran through everything. Got a lot of stuff I wanted to save. We'll save it for tomorrow. So speaker Dankula, that'd be great. And Joe for speaker, yes. But guys, thank you everybody out there on out there over in locals. Thank you guys so much for being there. Appreciate everything. Appreciate everybody with the super chats. You know, I really appreciate that. Everybody here making comments. You guys make the world go round, because without you guys here, it wouldn't be fun. So I will see you guys tomorrow night at 9:30. Well, yes. Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern time. We'll be doing this and we'll be having some fun. A lot of stuff to talk about. Sam Bateman-Fried's trial has begun, and some interesting things have happened, and we'll see what goes from there. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Take care, everybody.